Honorable Opoku, you're welcome to Eyewitness News, the segment known as Point Blank. The president makes the announcement. The percentage increase is huge, and yet you are not content.
Yes, first and foremost, let me thank you for the opportunity to be part of your discussion. But the point is a simple one, my brother. We sell the cocoa in the international market. And so it is not the president who decides that I will give cocoa farmers the price I want. His ability to determine the price depends on what prevails in the international market. So if at any point in time the market is favorable, cocoa farmers must also be given the opportunity to enjoy. This is a good year for cocoa farmers all over the world because there is global shortage of cocoa in the international market. I'm saying this because the International Cocoa Organization in 2022 predicted that there was going to be a shortage of cocoa in the international market, and that demand for cocoa in the global market was going to exceed supply. And certainly, Sandra, you know that whenever demand exceeds supply, price goes up. And this is coming from shortage of cocoa in Ghana and La Côte d'Ivoire. These two countries, Ghana and La Côte d'Ivoire, produce 60% of the global supply of cocoa. So whenever cocoa production declines in these two countries, it affects the global price of cocoa. Unfortunately, this year, cocoa price has surged to historical, heights. Ghana has, since 1977, has not seen this kind of price anywhere in this country before. And so this is an opportunity for our farmers to enjoy. But unfortunately, government of Ghana is giving them price far below what is prevailing in the international market. And so some of us became worried. Why is it that we have gotten this high price and then our farmers are being given just a peanut? So we decided to raise the issues. No, this is not what is happening in the international market. As we speak, cocoa price has even passed 3,600. It is now $3,808. And when you add the premium that is given to Ghana because of the fact that we produce the best quality cocoa in the world, Ghana's cocoa will be selling more than 4,400 in the world market. Dollars. And so looking at our high exchange rate, the Citi equivalent is going to be huge. And this is the time that government of Ghana must put smiles on the faces of these hardworking farmers who have for a long time not been benefiting from their toils. And so when they announced the price at TEPA, we decided to interrogate the matter. The president indicated that he was giving cocoa farmers 70.5% of FOB. And so we said, which FOB was he talking about? And then they said the FOB, the free on board price, the price that they secured in the market is $2,600. And we said, no, this can never happen this year. Last year, we had $2,600 in the world market. And government of Ghana gave our farmers 800 Ghana cedis. Just because we underpaid our cocoa farmers in this country started smuggling our cocoa to Côte d'Ivoire. There are instances where Cocoa Board SF reported that they have arrested some vehicles carrying cocoa from Ghana to Côte d'Ivoire. Why should Côte d'Ivoire pay price that is higher to their cocoa farmers than the people of Ghana?
Just a question. On monetary terms, the government's announcement is from 800 to 1,300 per bag. What is the permutation you have arrived at, and how much should they have been given instead?
Yes, what we are saying is that first, we have to know the price in the market. And the price, as you speak, in fact, in June, it was $3,600. And we decided to use the June price because Ghana engages in this forward sales. The forward sales that we do is just because of two key issues. One is to enable us determine a price that will be given to the cocoa farmer as a farmgate price. That is to, restore stability, create price stability for cocoa farmers. But the most critical point is that we don't have money on our own to buy the cocoa. So we engage in the forward sales to raise funds to be able to purchase cocoa for the ensuing year. So every year we do forward sales just for 1 year. Ghana has never done forward sales for 2 years. It is even irrational for anybody to think that you are going to do forward sales for 2 years. Because you cannot predict the market from this year. You cannot predict the 2 years ahead of you. It is a seasonal crop.
So I do it
for just a year.
Oh no, but if you could just give me some straight numbers, I want to know what you are.
Yeah, so our figure is that when you use the 3,600 and then you use the current exchange rate, the exchange rate on Friday when they closed the last year season to be able to open the new season on Saturday was 11.03 cedis to $1. So if you have $3,600 from the market, which does not even include the premium payment, which is estimated around $497. Then you use an exchange rate of 11.03. Then per every ton of cocoa, Ghana should be receiving 39,708 Ghana cedis. And a ton of cocoa is 16 bags. So you just divide this by 16, and then you arrive at a per bag price of almost 2,500 Ghana cedis, excluding premium. And so when NDC was in power, we were giving the cocoa farmers 66.06%. And government was using the little that he was raising to provide other services for them. So even if we are to use the same formula, the 66%, then the cocoa farmer should be giving something close to 2,000 Ghana cedis, minus the premium. Minus the premium. And that is why we are saying that this government is shortchanging the cocoa farmer. And you know, the explanation they are giving is that, yes, they agree that the price in the market has gone up, but they sold the cocoa in 2022. That is something that we cannot understand. It is unacceptable because in marketing you have to be strategic. You must also monitor developments in the world market. As far back as 2001, the International Cocoa Organization has forecasted, that was the prediction, that cocoa prices was going to rise in the world market. And everybody knew, and they cited the shortage of cocoa, they attributed the shortage to countries like Ghana. To a country like Ghana. The reason was that Ghana's cocoa production had declined from 969,000 in 2016-17 to as low as 689,000. And they said that because of that, there will be deficit and prices will go up. So every strategic marketer ought to have known that if you are going to sell your cocoa, you should anticipate a rise in the price. And so you don't sell your cocoa so cheaply 2 years before you even harvest. It is not done anywhere. The international market does not even allow 2 years forward sales. And so when they came out to say that they sold the cocoa before the price went up, we said, what? How can this be? And even if you are selling the cocoa, you don't sell the entire cocoa you have projected just at a particular time. You sell in bits so that you'll be monitoring development in the market. So normally what we do is that if you start selling probably by May, you sell about 10% of it, then you sell another 10% in June. So if Ghana had waited up to June, we would have gotten $3,600 and even more. But we are saying that what they are telling, the story they are telling is a concocted story. It is never true that they sold the cocoa in 2002 because they cannot do that. And they cannot have any reasonable justification for engaging in that act.
Honorable.
So you don't see the cocoa farmer. But, Omar, when you look at the figures they are turning out, there are a lot of inconsistencies. That suggests to us that they are only putting those figures together. They want to hide the reality from us. Why is it that you claim that the cocoa was sold somewhere in 2022? Assuming that is true, why is it that up to today we have not secured funding to purchase the cocoa? Because we normally approve the syndicated loan in July.
I have a quick question.
July, before Parliament will go on recess, Cocoa Board will come with a syndicated loan, and then we approve for them. And before they get the syndicated facility, they have to go to the buyers, sign agreement with them as to quantities that they will buy with the respective prices. And then they will use the agreement as collateral for the banks to give them the loan facility.
Okay.
And they bring the loan facility to Parliament for Parliament to ratify.
We need to go, Honorable,
to buy cocoa.
Just a quick question.
You have announced cocoa price.
Honorable, can you hear me?
You claim you are stopping the cocoa season, yet you don't have money to buy the cocoa. So what is the essence? What is the relevance of the power sales you claim you did in 2022? It doesn't make sense. And that's why we are saying that this is the time for every cocoa farmer in the world to be happy.
Honorable, can you hear me?
Ghana government.
Honorable, can you hear me?
Our farmers. Yes, I can hear you.
Just a quick question before we go. If there were drops in prices, the government would have to make up for it to pay cocoa farmers.
Drop from where? Drop from where?
If the price internationally drops, the government of Ghana still has to cushion farmers. Now that there is a semblance of profit, should the government not then take that profit?
Omaru, what you are saying has never happened. It has never happened.
Your profit hasn't happened since 1977, so it's a new thing.
What I'm saying is that it has never happened that government of Ghana has released funds from probably consolidated funds to cushion cocoa farmers. It has never happened. They always use monies they get from the cocoa to support cocoa farmers. And so it is never true that when the price falls, they will have to settle on something to come and cushion farmers. In fact, it was during President Mahmoud's time that we established what is called Cocoa Stabilization Fund, and then deposited some amount of money in that account to shore up, to cushion cocoa farmers whenever the price in the world market is not favorable. But when they came, they have dissipated the fund.
Very well.
Everything in that fund is depleted.
Let's leave it here.
So the issue is that this year the market is favorable, the price is very high.
So the farmers should benefit.
Give them remunerative prices.
Okay.
So that cocoa farmers will be incentivized.
Very well. Thank you. Thank you so much.
In the farm and produce more cocoa for us.
Thank you so much.
As simple as
That's Honorable Eric Opoku. Apologies, we have to end it there. It's time. We need to end Eyewitness News. He's Member of Parliament for Esonafo South and speaks for the minority